It's working. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're working. We are on it. On it like a carb on it. Just wait for everything to update, I guess. Down here, so there we go, sweet. There we go. I think it's all working. Should all be working. Cool. I would say morning, but it's afternoon. It is afternoon now, so afternoon. I was meant to stream a whole earlier today, but the day got away from me. Yeah, I woke up a bit later than by the time I got stuff done. By the time I got stuff done, I had to pop the shops, and then brother came round. By the time it happened, it's like, oh, we're getting very late on the day now. And also, I have spent a good portion of the morning hint towards, what the title is, oogling over the Age of Sigmar solo rules. So I've been doing that quite a lot. Which has been nice, But now I'm in a rut where I'm like, I could paint Necrons. I need to paint my Necrons. But you know what? Really, really want to paint some Age of Sigmar now and paint some fantasy stuff. So I say hint towards stream. We're gonna go through my entire box of minis that I have. It's not entirely all of them, but it's pretty much most of them. I say if you saw my Instagram post, you'll see sort of like a small idea of how many mods I have. I have a whole just plastic box, like a good 70 litres worth, just of different models, all categorized into what they are, put in bags and just stored in there. So we're going to go through them. We're going to go on a journey. We are going to go on a small journey and see what happens. So I'm just thinking we get straight into it before I just reload this quickly. There we go. So literally, the idea behind this is I'm just going to pull a bag out. We're going to look through the bag, see if anything tickles my fancy that could be used in Age of Sigmar Solo, and then go from there. So what's this bag? So this is a chaos bag. What is this? See, also I've semi-forgot how these are categorized also. They might be surprises to me at some point. Okay, so we have very old plague bearers. Just a couple of them. Does it has a year on the back of it. This is gonna be quite interesting. 1991 the bases. So there's a 1991 plague bearer. So I think the thing is, I'm probably not. Nah, there's not much in there. Chaos is not the army. Because they're behind. If anyone hasn't seen it, that is Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is definitely a no-go. Is in last month's White Dwarf, they posted a rule set for solo Age Sigma play, where basically they done it a while ago. Another White Dwarf, and you know it was alright. You know, I read through. I got the rules for free. They posted them online for free, and I was like, yeah, you know, they were alright rules. You know, they were good, but it's not the best. But this time they've proper updated it. They've done like a full revamp where it's like you can do a full campaign now, and they've fixed a lot of things that was wrong with it. So now I'm sort of like, I kind of want to have a go at this. That is just some random undead bits that... You know, could be fun. But I don't really have a lot of it. So yeah, the whole premise is... You've got a... You build like a war band. You can use any hero models you like, as long as the wounds don't go over 7. So most hero models that aren't on mounts basically, and they have rules for like 3 different enemies as well. Like before, they only had 2. You'd use like 2 predetermined missions. But this time they have like 3 different enemies. They have like charts and tables and traits they can use. They have boss monsters in it now as well. So the idea is I need to. So the enemies they have is I can't do Nighthorns because I don't own any of the ghost stuff. And I'm not buying the ghost stuff just to have it, just for that. And they have Gits and they have Khorne. I have the Khorne and obviously I have Gits because you've seen it. I have loads of Git like Goblin models. So I am sort of thinking it'd be cool to have a mess around and make like a warband because it's so I can go through it. It'd be quite fun just to play it and just, you know. And just to make so small sidetrack. This is probably one of the heaviest the bags. It's all orcs and goblins. Actually, I think this is just the orc box, to be honest. That's a very badly. Let me turn the brightness next. The glare on this light is absolutely atrocious. I'm not sure. Let me. Is it because the focus is off? I might just see if I can put it on. Let's say here is my focus point. I doubt you better see it because he's just pure white. It's basically a very old orc model. He's just very badly primed white. But yeah, I'm getting some pretty. I've got some. I could do an orc warband. I could do an orc one. So I've got a bunch of these really cool retro, just like the old orcs. Like these can't be 99 when they're plastic. So I say this would be quite a cool one to do. I've got orcs. Any more metal ones? I've got like a ton of metal savage orcs. I've got the old goblins. Yeah, I've got absolutely ton. Orcs is a possibility. Orcs is a very high possibility because I do love orcs. Because the cool thing is I have all these. Oh, that's cool. Like a cool, like, I didn't even know I had this guy. Like a cool goblin banner dude. Like I could do stuff like this. So the idea is I'm looking for hero models. It's what we need. We need hero models or anything I can use as a hero model. Aha! I have a metal orc shaman. See? Is there anything else in here I can use? What the hell is that? That is a plague bearer. That is a very old plague bearer. He got in here somehow. So he'll need to go back in the chaos box. More metal savage orcs. More metal savage orcs. I've got a goblin here. I feel like he's missing something. So. Got fanatics. I've got more orcs. It's another fanatic. So, let's put these to the side. The pure white dude is not a no-go, but orcs is a possibility. We've got quite a nice little variety there. Not the goblins. I mean, not those goblins. But painting up like a retro orc warband might be a sick idea. What bag is this? That's War Machine. We're not going to go through War Machine. I don't want to talk about War Machine. It's a game that captured my heart and then just slowly over time just weared me down. It's more War Machine. I'm not even going to go through those bags that aren't even like... It's not like Games Workshop, where proper Games Workshop. I'm not going through it. What is this? I'm going to go through it just because I'm intrigued. Just a random bag of 40k bits. There's Dark Elves, there's Grots. Nothing hidden there, no, it's just a random bag of 40k bits. I have a TIE Fighter. I do know I have some really cool stuff in here though. Bolt action, that can't be used. Bag of orc and lizard man bits. Don't need that. Don't need bits. Alright, here we go. A bag of random fantasy bits. I've got ogres. I've got a very... It's an old Bretonian knight. So that's... That could be a fun one. Right. More ogres. There's a blast in the mouth. That's on the elves from the old Silver Tower box when it first came out. I forgot I went like me and a mate got it for like really cheap. And we got it for cheap and he was like, yeah, you know, do you want like some bits? I was like, yeah, I'll take the elves because I don't play the other army. I didn't use the other armies that the other models are in. I've got more goblins. I've got these weird spider goblins. So weird. So much random stuff. These are all like units though. I don't want units. I don't need units. I need hero models. Is there any more? That's... I can't use that. Right, so this bag's also a no-go. But I will keep the goblins out because they're always handy. I'm just going to keep out any hero models. So we've got a potential. We've got a potential for a good army as well. So I can use the 2 elves and the Bretonian Knight. More Lord of the Rings. Don't need that. More Lord of the Rings. I have a lot of Lord of the Rings. What the fuck is this? It's just... I just found a random bag of cork and bits. Right. Now we're getting to the real old stuff. So context for this bag. About a year and a bit ago. I know, something like that. Some guy came to our club. Someone contacted like me and a mate. Like, we play a little list, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I've got this like whole box of stuff that I just want to sell." It's like, you know, the classic story. Going to university, doesn't want them anymore, you know. I was like, okay, cool. Look through all. We got tons of stuff. I got like, you know, we got he had Lord of the Rings stuff, and in it was an absolute crap ton of Hero Quest models. All very badly painted. But if I remember correctly, if I can hopefully, then I don't know exactly what was in there. He literally gave it to us. I never looked through it. You know what? Just tip it out. You know, if I have the hero models in it, I could use the heroes. Oh God, there's so much. Do you have any heroes? Like, look at this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. Is that going to be a chimera? I don't know, a very old chimera. Like, this is what I mean when I put this out, like, you know, models older than me, like, Jesus Christ, this stuff is way older than me. You can tell it was painted before I was born as well. It's very old. Oh mate, it's not looking hopeful. It's not looking hopeful. I don't think any of the hero models are in here. These are all just the villain models. They're all just the enemies. Fuck. That would have been cool to have. But Jesus, like, I wouldn't even know where to start painting. I was like, they're caked in. I don't even know what paint it's caked in. Right, the Hero Quest box is a no-go. I don't even have enough of like the one type. I'm about to tell a lie. We have the wizard. Pretty sure that's the wizard. It's either that or he's meant to be like, he's like the model for like your first NPC playing the quest. They're all familiars. We don't need familiars. As much as I'd love to play a familiar army, they don't exist. Rip familiars. Just double check, make sure there's nothing else in here. Oh, mate, I'm so sad. I don't know what would have happened to them. I can't even remember. They might not even come with this badge, but I'm pretty sure I have the hero models, at least some of them somewhere. That's fine. I'll stick him back in there as well. I'm not gonna use him. Right. What is this? We have another. You can really tell I collect orcs and goblins because I have fucking tons of goblin stuff. It's a whole bag of Goblin Wolf Riders. All in very different parts. Like, I think most of them have their riders. Like, some of them are metal, some of them are plastic still. I think some of the wolves are missing their head. Are they missing their heads, or I think they're just fallen off? Okay, they've just fallen off. You know what? I'll drop that one. Jesus. Do you know what? It'd probably be quite cool to rebuild them. If all the heads are in here, that might be quite a cool little project. Because I absolutely loved Goblin Wolf Riders. I only started getting to like fantasy and like some goblins just as they were coming out, like before they were stopped being a thing. But it's like, oh, they were so cool. He's missing a tail though. I think I do have the heads for most of them though. But a few of them are missing tails. So weird. Right, I've got all the heads. So if I take out the ones that are missing tails, there's 4 of them. I've got a unit of 6. Because I can't sculpt, and I wouldn't even want to begin trying to sculpt fur as my first thing I sculpt. I mean, that's sick. I'm going to keep them to one side. These can go back in the bag. Ashley's got 3. I've got 7 Ashley because I have this slightly older wolf. Right, we're getting to the bottom now. Okay, that is another war machine bag. More Lord of the Rings. And now the most randomest bag of them all. It's an entire bag filled with just HeroClix models. Can't remember where I got these from. I don't even remember picking them up. I've just had them for years now. So there's got to be something in here, right? I say that, but yet again, I think actually, I remember. I think a good chunk of these, they came from like story time. I think this is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this. The story time is like I was at a car boot sale, and some guy had loads, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, it's like." And he was trying to upsell. I think I was younger at the time, but I was still like, you know, knee deep in it. I wasn't too young. But he was like, oh yeah, you know, I went and I hand painted a lot of these by myself, you know, to make them look a bit better. It's like, you know, someone who didn't know, so like, you know, you get past me, oh, you know, that's cool, but I was like, yeah, cool, you know. He literally added a really bad wash to half of them. I was like, oh no, cool, you know. I don't think there's anything in this one that's remotely usable. Oh god. Right, there's nothing in that hero quest bag that is remotely usable. It's all too many random bits. And they just don't look right. Right. So they're at the question. I've got so many goddamn bags of models. It's time to put these semi back into the box in like a reasonable order. So it's good to go through these because I haven't meant to sell a lot of these. Because like I said, it's like I've got a lot of stuff here that they're for games I just don't play anymore. So like, if anyone wants some bolt action, you know, please let me know. You know, I have a bolt action War Machine. If anyone wants any War Machine models, please, you know. So put them back on top. So that box has gone through. So I didn't get much. I basically got a few good guys, which I'm not sure I'm going to use now. So I think I've narrowed it down to I can literally use my destruction army unless I buy more models. But I'm thinking if I get all of these guys. I could do something with this lot. I could. I'll need to rebase them or stuff like that, but if I can get different bases from, like I've got this guy, like, you know, easily use him in my Iron Jaws army. He can be the war boss. You know, I've got an Orc Shaman right there. Actually, even better, I've got a proper Orc Shaman model. Because I think that'd be quite cool. You know, I've got a couple of Goblin models. I think that's what we're going with. Do I have? Right, so I've got these models to choose from. Because the thing is as well, with 3 solos, there is rules in it for also adding more heroes to your roster as well. So there is a chance when you're like, it's what you might roster and it's like, oh, add another hero to the roster. So I need to have some backup heroes as well, just in case, you know, I end up getting that. So we've got I've got a bunch of this. I'm still gonna be talking, but I'm gonna be on the other side of the room. Want my other orc box. So, I do also have my actual Iron Jaws army. I can actually use that as well. giants, can't use them. So yeah, like I could proper go for like an actual just, you know, Iron Jaws army if I wanted one. I do. I mean, I say that I don't think I own a lot of the actual up-to-date Age of Sigmar like Iron Jaws heroes, because I pretty much when I started playing Orcs in Age of Sigmar, when like they started Green Skins, I went on the premise that I was like, I could, you know, just scrape my hand across the bottom of the bike. You know, I was going a very cavalry heavy, so I brought like loads of war boys, and then when Iron Jaws came out, I then brought like, you know, the bigger war boys, or the grunters and stuff like that. So I brought like loads of them. So I'm trying to see what I've actually got here, hero-wise, that I can use. Why does this guy have blue tack just stuck to his chest? I got him. I have my random war boss from a company. I'm not even sure how much, if they still go, but Avatars of War do some great proxy models. I'm not sure if they even are a thing anymore. I'm not even sure if they produce models. I've also got ogres in here as well, because I've done some ogre allies. Mate, I mean, the Iron Jaw like brute models are fucking sick. Oh no. Jesus, start dropping models everywhere. I can't, there must... I swear I had more hero models than this. I surely did not just have a whole boar cavalry army. They didn't even... Oh mate, this is a model that I forgot I had as well. Jesus. I don't know if anyone would ever remember this. I don't know. I say, I'm too young for these sort of models. I don't remember these. An old Wyvern model. Which I'm pretty sure when it was given to me by me, he wasn't given the right wings. Like, he's been given plastic wings, but he hasn't... They're not the right side. So he's got one wing on, I guess, and the other one just... Right, here we go, we're getting this place now. Goblin War Boss. We have a Goblin War Boss. Let me put this guy down, because I'm sort of holding that one because he's metal. I don't want to put him anywhere. So we're getting to places. Why? Why? For the single Wyvern, I have 4 wings. He only needs 2. Come on, I need more models. He goes, right. The Iron Jaws Drum Boy. I have him. I think that's it. I think that's it for heroes. From my orcs box. So let's put this sort of stuff back in there. Don't need any of the ball boys or anything. The ogres we don't need. Anything else here that I don't need? I don't think so. Hey, look, I do I do own a Nighthaunt model. It's the only death model that I actually own that I actually generally got. Man, I need to finish painting this guy actually. It's got dust on there. Funny story. The only reason I brought that model was because I brought it after rewatching the final I brought it after rewatching Bleach the anime, and he reminded me of the old King of the Hollows though that just sits on the throne. I was like, this is amazing. This model's just like him. I need him. Only reason I brought that model. So. Right. So now this is the majority of the mod. This is the models. So now I've got to decide whether I've got to decide whether we go retro or we go modern here. Do I go for actual Age of Sigmar models or do I go for the retro orc look? I really want to paint the old orcs because most of my new ones are painted. Like they're mostly painted. Like, I haven't got a ton of the actual like the Iron Jaw models that I'm so like I could use. Like, I could use the brutes. I'm pretty sure, yeah. If I like paint them up a bit more special, I don't really have a lot of bits for me to be honest. So I can't really convert them to make them look a bit more. So I know the war bosses are a lot bigger than the brutes, but. I could do something with the brutes, but I do just kind of feel like these old guys would be pretty fun to paint. I do feel like it'd be quite a cool idea. I think I might go for the old ones. So let's put the new ones to the side. Because this won't be the only warband that I do for this. Because I feel like I was reading through it, I was like, this is pretty cool. Like there's like cool replayability. I say you've got three enemy factions for so far. But it would be so easy just to write your own for any army that you've got. Like, because it's literally just goes off the way of just got you need some like troops. You need one boss, you just need some like elite-y sort of ones as well to sprinkle in there to make it a bit harder. And all the abilities they use in there, they pretty much use just like the in-book abilities that they have. So it would be quite cool. Like, it'd be quite easy to make like a campaign like based like I don't want to fight Goblin's Corn or Nighthaunts. I could just like I've got a ton of these models. I could just fight against them. It'd be so easy. But cool, I think. Yes. I mean, I'm not even sure. Let's check the old Age of Sigmar app. If I even still have it. Warhammer AOS, there we go. We've got to the point where I know what models are. I now need to know what to proxy them as. Destruction. Greenskins. I can still use greenskins. Yes, I can. I can still use greenskins. Apparently, according to the app. I'm pretty sure they didn't have points values anymore, but such a shit Sap. Destruction. Orcs and goblins. What comes under green skins? I'm just gonna actually go through all of them. Is it doing anything? What did it do? Why did it just clear everything? So on them, green skins, orcs and goblins. There we go. So I'm gonna base it off this guy. He's gonna be the boss. So what can he? He is probably going to be. Let's add iron jaws, and I need iron jaws in there. He's going to be the he can proxy as a mega boss. I think it's a very small mega boss, but that will do fine rules wise. That's him out of the way. I forgot how many. It's like I need 5 models, don't I? So the Orc Shaman, I got the Shaman. He'll be the Great Shaman. That'll be fine. So what else do I need? What else do I need? Actually, how many wounds does a Mega Boss have? 7 wounds. It's fine. Just remember that the wounds, because I remember the Iron Jaws have a lot of wounds. That's cool. So yeah, 2 models. Mega Boss, Grey Shaman. I need 3 more. Do I have a Goblin Boss in there just for shits and giggles? I feel like it would be quite cool. I feel like he's missing something. He's missing like a part of his cloak, I think. I'll use him, but he's missing a part of his cloak. I don't want to use him. Sweet, let's use that guy as well. He can be our... This guy here can be our... Welcome. Yes, I am going through a time zone at the moment. Going through a bit of a nostalgia hit here. I mean, they're not that old. They're not fossils. I mean, they're old. So I've got older models. But how's it going? You're currently watching me on a list build. I don't know, this is really list building. It's just basically I'm picking my favorite models to go through the Age of Sigmar solo rules that came out in last month's White Dwarf, which I completely glossed over. I really want to play it, so I'm like, gives me a good chance to pick out like a cool warband from all the fantasy models that I have. But anyway, how are you doing? Long time no see. Just right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me these are fossils. Most of these models, some of these models could be more than twice my age. I'm only 22, but some of these are easily almost past my age. Like, I'm going back. I've got models here that are minimum just 6 years older than me. Some of them might be even more. Okay, so we're gonna consider fossils. So if I bury these in rock, will these become fossils? If I was to come back to you and go, look, I found this model buried in a rock, would that become a fossil? It's the sort of stuff you have to consider. I have this guy as well. I have this guy. I've got loads, and this isn't even half it. I still have my whole Gloomspite Gids army I could go through. It's like I just want to paint something out of there. But I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to dig that box out. I'm like, do I want to just do like an army that I already play in Age of Sigmar? I feel like I do feel like I want to do something new. No, I mean I say no. So I mean these guys I can't even paint dicks. I need to prime them still. I mean, we can spend the stream like cleaning them and stuff like that. Because obviously they are chunky models, and like this one has a mold line thicker than most bits of models these days. Ah, damn. You're telling me that I can't bury my models in the garden and make them fossils? Oh, what? It's nuts. Yeah, but these are relics of a bygone era. You don't get models like this anymore. Oh, this guy as well. I might paint this guy. I might do this guy as well, just because he's quite funny. I sort of just love the aesthetic of this guy. And take him off his base because the base is absolutely terrible. Look at this guy. How can I not? How can you not? When you're faced with a warband game, how can you not make a warband game like this? Around models like this, they have character. And the thing is, I haven't got to think about optimization that much either, because I'm not playing army, so I don't need to worry about like, oh, I've got to make sure they got cool bubble effects and stuff like that. Don't need it. Right, I'm going to open up. I am going to open up the White Dwarf to make sure that I've got enough models. Don't worry, I'm not going to shut on stream. I don't want to get... I don't want to go down a rabbit hole of sharing... Oh, fuck. I hate this. EPUB reader. I absolutely hate this. This is absolutely terrible trying to read this. I had to buy it digitally because I couldn't get it live. I can get it live, but it's just the apps that they use on my... Like, this is just terrible. Table of contents. What is it doing? Why is the document so messed up? I can't read any of it. I can't. The document. Oh my god. What are you meant to do in this situation? Why are these apps so shit? No, that is true. You know, metals they take. It's less, but Jesus Christ, you know, a lot more work into painting them. Oh, this is absolutely garbage. Hang on, I need to open it. I think I have to go to Google Drive and open it. It's fine. We have some lurkers. You know, I appreciate. I like to feel like, especially that I'm gonna get lurkers because I've roped people in with my title. Alright, let's try this. Okay, so drag that in there. Is it gonna work? Okay, it's semi-working. close. Aha! This way works, I can read it. So let's go... Let's quit that. Let's go back. So... Starting... I need to know how to make a party though. How many... Up to 5 heroes. It's fine. I need to pick up to 5 heroes. It's fine. So... I did see that. I did see your Necron post. They were quite cool, to be honest. And then just the spruce crystal idea. It just literally hit me as you put it. I was like, why? It's such a simple idea, but why I've never thought of it. It makes sense. Right. It just makes so much sense. It sort of just hit me. It was like a slap in the face. Like, wow, you know, it's. I loved it though. I was like, this is such a cool idea. It's like, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna have to nick it. I was like, I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to try it once I'm done with this previous amount of Necrons on my next batch. But right, we are. But apart from that, have you been working on much else then? Right, so let's get rid of that. I don't need my phone anymore. I've checked through the app. Don't need like a stats, it'll be fine. But I do though need my knife and file. It's just sort of like hits just like why? So you know it's. God, I have not prepped metal models in absolutely ages. I'm also now going to, now that we've picked the models, I'm gonna update the title. This is pro tips I've learned from people online. You need to change your title when you change your subject. So working on some, what was it? Out of production. Put it in cap locks. Out of production. Orc models to use in AOS solo rules. Exclamation mark. So when people, if you refresh, the title should change now, or when new people see it as there, instead of my really clickbaity title that I used to sing to get people in. It's just I say it hit me this morning. It hit me last night as well. No, I haven't. To be honest, I haven't seen this in stores yet. I haven't. I just haven't. I haven't kept up on that sort of stuff. I'm just like, I haven't been into a store to look around at stuff for absolutely ages. I go to Tesco's. That's about it these days. I've been absolutely so busy at work. Like I don't have time to go anywhere. Because normally I'd find that sort of stuff out like every so often, like me and my brother would go to we'd be like, oh, we've got a day off together. Should we go to a big shop somewhere? It's like, yeah, and that's where I'll see that sort of stuff. But I only have a tiny supermarket around here. They don't stock that sort of stuff, so I don't really get to browse a DVD section or anything anymore, which is so sad. I haven't watched any. Who else? I was about to say that I haven't watched any documentaries. I've actually. That's cool. I always knew. I don't read books personally. But I've always seen like, yeah, the David Attenborough ones when I go into Waterstones. But speaking of documentaries, it came out. It premiered last night. A company called Tiny Toy Productions done a mini documentary on model painting, and used a bunch of they're based in South Africa, and they're using like a bunch of people in this from South Africa like model painters, and it's a really good fucking documentary. Like what's it called? Hang on, let me get it up. Let me not talk, because I recommend if you've got half an hour to watch a mini documentary, I would watch Paint and Plastic. It's called Paint and Plastic by Tiny Toy Productions. It's on YouTube, so completely free. I recommend that with all my heart. It's such a good little documentary. It goes into it goes into the subjects of sort of like model painting now in some places, like in Europe and stuff like that. It's in a lot more. But starting to see model painting as more of like an art form, as an expression of art. And it's so interesting because you just get to look at some wonderful painted models and guys talk about it, and they talk about stuff that's like, I'm pretty sure we've all been under. Like right at the beginning of it, they start explaining the whole you paint models to someone and you get the look. You get the, oh, that's nice. Cool. Such a nice little documentary. I think it was made by a very small team as well. So it's not like a big production, it's just made by a few people. It's just, they delve into, looking at the model painting as more of a medium. It's a medium for, it's an art. And, just painting on a model is just like, how some people decide to paint on canvas or paper. So recommend it. So I watched that last night and was like, that blew me away. And after seeing that got me in the painting mood. But then I saw I looked down and was like, I'm in the painting mood now, so I started painting. I was painting some more Necrons. I don't want to paint Necrons though. I've painted so many Necrons now. I'm like, I am getting to that point now where it's like, I've been working on my Necrons for quite a while now, and I've got quite a lot of Necrons. I'm probably not going to buy any more for a while, so I probably want to take a break from painting them just so I don't get burned out. Which is why I'm so glad this age I stumbled upon the November White Dwarf and what was in it. Because just that gives me an excuse to paint something just completely wacky and fun. Right. That's my rant about the documentary over. What's everyone else been up to? People need to start talking about what they're up to. Gotta say, because I could go on forever about random shit, but it's true. It's like a two-way. Some of the bits I really hate about metal models. Especially when I'm guessing they've been work done before by the person I brought them from. Like for some reason there's like dinks everywhere, like I think he's either cut it or it's just an imperfection in the old one. It's just like there's like dinks in it of metal where you just gotta sand it down. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, they cleaned pretty well already. It's like, which makes for a nice change. Not very many mold lines on the metal models, to be honest. But when you do get mold lines, they're massive. Oh, nice! So you got quite the chunk of stuff going on. Assault intercessors. You got from the Indominia. A box of free plague marines, or is it and a free plague marine? Is that? Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get the free plague marine from? I want free models. Jealous. Also, servitors. I love servitors. I've always wanted to like paint servitors, but it's like I don't collect Space Marines, so I'm like I'm not gonna buy them. And also, servitors, like if I was to ever need a servitors for something, I'd probably end up converting them to look a lot more. The models are alright, but they're not what I imagine. I expect servitors to be a lot more dark and horror looking. Like it's a man who's had a robotic arm, just fucking rammed into where his arm should be. Oh, that sucks. I don't have a GW near me. Oh no, that's sad. That sucks. Actually, hang on. I heard about this because they do a thing where if you spend like a certain amount, like 100 quid or something, you get like a free collector's coin or something like that. I really wanted to go down to like, because nearest GW for me is like half an hour to 40-minute drive. So it's sort of just like, it's a lot of time. This guy has no more. I can't believe they're actually doing it. I heard about tour ban and I was like, nah, they're just making shit up. So it wouldn't surprise me if people do that, but like once a month you need to get free models. Like, nah, GW would do that. Fuck, I can't believe it, they fucking done it. Is it like a cool model though? Like, I need to sort of know here, like, is the Plague Marine, is it just like a standard Plague Marine? Or is it like, a cool custom like hero Plague Marine guy? So I feel like it'd be worth it if there's like some cool like, cool Plague Marine that you can't really get. But if it's just like a Plague Marine, it's like I've got like 20, 30 of them. I don't need just the one. Okay, so it's just a standard Plague Marine. Like, do you have to spend a certain amount to get it, or is it just like you can walk in, not buy anything, and go, I want your free model? So I feel like there must be some caveat with it or something like that. There must be some side effect. It's like with a coin. Was it? I think I remember. I'm starting to remember the picture. If it's that Plague Marine, I didn't realise he was the free one. If he was the free one, if it's the one I'm thinking about. I like the idea behind it. You know, I wish they'd make it, you know, a bit more. Next. Hold on. The ball gag guy. So many questions need to be asked. Like, we talk about the Plague Marine dude here. Or we talk about a completely different model. I gotta know about the ball gag guy. Oh god, that's how shocked I am. I need to know about the ball gag guy. It's like, why? Why call it that name? Why call it the ball gag guy? It's me. I mean, he wouldn't say it's me. He wouldn't go the Plague. I mean, he wouldn't go it's me, the ball gag guy. He'd be like, because you know he's got a ball gag in his mouth. Damn. Oh fuck, that's fucking genius. This is GW's approach to go back to the 80s of how the 80s style of how they had low models from what I saw. They're just gonna, like, you know, it's like, look, we'll introduce a Plague Marine with a ball gag as like a free model during this lockdown, and you know, when all comes we can release full ranges of them. Because new Slitty stuff is coming out for Age of Sigmar, they're getting us ready for it. They've got a whole concept range of just different Slitty stuff. But like, is it too risky? It's like, should we do a test model first on a different faction? Yeah. Cool. I might have seen it. I've been on Instagram, but I've maybe been on just to try and keep my post consistency up. I haven't really had a lot of time to actually like browse. Like, I try to do it before I go to bed and stuff, but I get so much shit on my Instagram these days now. It's like, ugh. Right, he's done. This guy has like an absolute monster of a mod line. There we go. Jesus me. These old models. Some of the mold lines are like almost impossible to get. It's like, yeah. I'll clear up as best I could. I'm doing it off camera. Right, sweet. That's cool. They're prepped. So these guys are just spares, so I don't need to worry about them yet. Oh, nice. I just love it when you get free stuff from people. Oh god. I mean, can you not? Like the Imperial Fist stuff. I mean, like it was like Imperial Fist stuff. I just tell you to like get a transfer. I don't dabble into freehand yet. I can't. Freehand's a whole other ball game. Almost said ball gag again. I've got a ball gag guy just stuck in my head now. Sweet. I've got the first batch of models. So, this is when I really wish I lived in my old house where I could use my airbrush. Because if I could use my airbrush, I could have primed these guys right now on camera. But I can't, because I can't use my airbrush in this flat. Because the compressor's too noisy on the top floor. So I have to spray prime these when I get a second. So it looks like we're working on this already primed guy. It's fine, it's not. Nah, it'll be fine. All I can sort of recommend is just practice sketching the logo first, because if you can sketch it with a pencil or a bit of paper, then you've got a better understanding of how you can. You'll have a better grasp of actually being able to like paint it. And whatever you do a freehand, don't just look at the picture and try to go off that. Like if you've sketched it, like take a proper sketches approach from it. Like learn the shapes of the chapter logo. Yeah. I've seen so many people who just they decide now that they just sort of like to get custom transfers. Just you're better off just buying your own like fucking machine that cuts them out for you for the price that people sell that sort of stuff for. Yeah, it's just I'm sure it'll be fine. It's only tiny, so I mean it's not be the end of it all, but yeah. Because what even Genesis chapter, let me Genesis chapter 40k. Like what's the... Okay. It's not too hard of a logo then. It's not as complicated as some of the Space Marine chapter logos get. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's just shit. All right, the Genesis one is definitely doable by the looks of it. Good luck with that one. Isn't the Carcharodons the sharks? It's the shark logo. Have fun painting that. Bye. I ripped for you on that one. Oh, my phone's gone off charge. Can we please, phone? Thank you, phone. Right. Yeah, it's I can't help you on the Carcharodon one. Never painted a shark before. Hello. What's the bits? Yeah, unfortunately it's just... For freehand, you've just got to try it. The very few times I've done it, I just always remember to use really thin paints. Because it's a lot easier to colour in the lines once you have the lines down, and then trying to do the lines. Black as well, you see heads. Have I really used? No, there we go. heads. Oh god. Right. So we're now going to do what everyone came here to see. I'm actually going to finally do some painting. Oh. A bit of kit to roll though. Jeez, did they give you transfers for all these? I feel like it's a very, it's a very sort of intense sort of thing to give someone. It's like, yep, free-handed on. Like, can you free-hand a Medusa head? Nope. Well, good luck. Jeez, I couldn't freehand half of these. My freehanding was very sick the last time. Jesus Christ. So GW just went, you know what, we're gonna make this box, but you know what? We need to make it a challenge. It's like, what do you mean? No transfers. No transfers to the chapters, they're meant to be painted. No, I just wouldn't even freehand decal. I wouldn't even put any decals on them. It is also sort of like one of the reasons I'm not like a big fan of Space Marine just altogether. Like, I'm not a big fan of this idea that I've got to paint I've got to put like even like if I don't go with like a mainstream chapter that, you know, already has like decals made from. I have like on every, it has to be on every Space Marine. You have to do that decal on every Space Marine. Like every unit needs to have that decal so it brings it together. Like, nah, I don't want that. It's sort of like always a turn off for me. It's like that's not fun. But I'm guessing sort of like that point, you know, the people that do that sort of stuff, you find workarounds like. Like I'd probably end up making a stencil for the chapter symbol at that point. Yeah, just make a stencil, man. One quick spray there, just so at least I have an outline and I can just paint it then. I couldn't deal with freehand on like, you know, a logo on like 20 Space Marines. Now something like if I'm doing like my goblins, freehanding a goblin symbol, you know, is easy. It's just a moon. Just got to paint a little yellow moon shape, and it doesn't have to be neat either. That's the best bit about it. It doesn't have to be neat because it's painted by goblins, so you know. Like orcs, like I'll freehand on like some orcs sometimes, but they just because an orc skull is so easy to do. But the only thing that I might try in these mods, the only thing I've tried like freehand is like the Savage Orcs have like, they'll have like freehand like war paint on them and like tattoos and stuff like that. I want to try something like that. Cause I think that'd be quite cool to try on one of them. Just sort of wait for this guy to dry really now. I need a base for him as well. I need a circle base. Basing materials, here we go. Basing stuff. I have a slightly bigger... I've only got these 28 mils. I don't think he's going to fit on 20. I could fit on it, but it won't be the right base size. That's 32. That's bigger than 32 mil. What size bases are orcs on these days? They're all on square bases. Base size for a orc shaman. We'll have base sizes. Okay. Fine. I'll allow the cookies. Aha! Conversion chart. That's what I need. Dwarves, high elves, lizard men, ogres, orcs and goblins. Can I zoom in? Ha! So. Orc Grey Shaman. A 40 mil. Is this a 40 mil? I don't know. Seems like a 40 mil because it's... Actually, are these 40 mils though? Fuck, I don't know. Like a 30. These are 28. These are 28 mil, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm so glad we have the I have the internet. And just look this stuff up. Okay, so what size base is the Overlord on? Is it that one? He is on that one. It's a 40 mil. Sweet, so I have exactly one 42 mil base. Damn it. This isn't going so well. I'm not going to pick which one of my walls gets the first 40 mil base. The rest of them might just have to go onto other bases for now, just as a placeholder. It's fine. Still waiting for it to dry though, Jesus. I really wish I planned this more. I didn't plan to get this far. I was sort of planning on the bet that, you know, it'd take longer for me to go through my models and find more models to have to choose, but I didn't think I'd make my mind up so easily. I kind of want to pick the rest of the but I can't be. Oh, it's getting dark now. It's dark and it's been raining most of the day today apparently, so I can't really get outside and spray. It's fine. So I've got his base. I think I will probably save the base for the big war boss on. Cool. Need to clip this thing off. Gonna be careful here. At any point now. There we go. Absolutely hate their mail models. Clipping the tabs off mail models to stick them onto the base. So easy just to like fucking send a bit of metal flying through your room. Oh, hey, Cental, how's it going? Welcome to the trip down Nostalgia Road. I'm working on models that are way older than me. That's right. So. Ooh, skeletons. I can say it's skeleton army. Skeleton armies are fun. Like haven't played a skeleton army. But I love the whole idea. Like I read the rules for like skeleton stuff like that because at one point I did. Oh mate, it's so funny. The thing is, you don't want to bring too much because then you start finding other models that can instantly kill. There are so many stupid old models like that. So like the older models that I just have when they have stew rules. It's like, I mean, fuck, am I getting mixed up? Because I knew like the black axe could insta kill, but I'm trying to think. I think the rule I have in my head is the old corn one. The Mighty Lord of Corn from Bloodbank came out. The ABS have a similar rule where it's like, roll this dice. On a roll of a 6, the model's insta-killed. Because it's like a fucking dimensional ripping axe. Isn't the black axe sound like that? Like, all you gotta do is wound it once. Fuck, I have to look it up. I have to look it up now. Yes, it's exactly like the Mighty Lord of Corn when I say like, do a wound, roll a 6, bam, whatever you hit is dead. So funny. Obviously they've stopped a lot of that now. Yeah, they've stopped a lot of that now, which I'm guessing, good enough because there was so much stuff when HMF came out, I could just insta-gib. And it does really, suck balls when you're like, oh, my pride. Exactly, just. It'd be so funny, just. But also, with something like a skeleton army, you don't even need to. You don't even really need to rely on like the art of like, oh, I have a 1 in 6 chance of killing Nagash. You could easily kill Nagash just by weight of numbers. Because, you just take the skeletons, you take the vampire lords that go with them, you take the white kings for the combi, you take the vampire lords and necromancers. You take them and just reanimate skeletons, just an endless wave, just smacking him. Because I'm pretty sure if it's like any other horde army, just like goblins, I'm pretty sure, I don't know skeletons, but I'm pretty sure they get like bonuses for like being in like groups of blobs of 20 and stuff. Yeah, exactly. So it's like a blob of 40 of them. A blob of 40 of them just slapping whatever's in front of you. And just every turn, just like, oh, reanimate him. Exactly, just Jesus Christ. That's why, like, when you see people like playing like competitive games, they say like horde armies are they're great. Just like, yeah. Exactly. That's the problem. And what do you do against that? The sheer weight of attacks you get on that. It's like when I play my goblins, I run every Git army. It's just basically I always run a core of 60 stabbers. Because it costs me cheapest chips points. I can bring them back with the shrine. And they get what do they get? They get plus. They don't get any plus attacks. They get +1 to attack for being in a group of 30, and they get, because they're in a group of more than 30, they get +2 to wound. No, it's just +2 to wound. So say you're attacking something like the Gash, who's got quite a big base. I'll get like, they're all got spears. I'll get something like 30 of them, even maybe more into like being able to attack at once. Exactly. You just have this blob that walks around that can resurrect a couple every turn. And because they're skeletons, they're absolutely cheap as chips. So it's not even like a blob where you're like, I'm scared of... It's just so mad. Horde armies are so brutal now in this Sigmar. They're so brutal in point systems. Like, they were shit when Age of Sigmar first came out because obviously everything was based off wounds. Exactly, just Jesus Christ. Like, they're hitting like most of the new book stuff. Like, that's why Stormcast now, you never see like a Stormcast like Eternal close combat army anymore, because they just can't compete with anything. Unless they're facing another elite army, they can't face any Horde armies in close combat. There's not enough of them. Unless you do like, oh, what the hell is it? There's like, yeah, don't even know if that list's still viable. So like the Storm, like the original, like the Wall of Liberators, where you have like 20 of them in line. You have like all the heroes behind them that give them like buff on save, reroll saves and stuff like that. It's like, exactly. Just it's so much. Just like Horde armies are where it's at now. Like if you want to get into metagaming, Hordes are. Exactly. And the thing is, that 30 skeletons isn't even the main threat of your army. Like, you've got that as a big threat, but you've still got the rest of the points on the rest of your army. You can have more skeletons. You've got Graveguard after that, who are like your big heavy hitters and do more damage. Exactly. Like, Stormcast, like, Jesus Christ, like, a lot of their abilities rely on them, like, rolling specific numbers. It's like, if you just don't roll those numbers, you're like, yeah, it's... That's just why that's why Horde armies are so fucking good. It's why I love my goblins. I loved my goblins. I had my goblins before even the new Goblin book came out. I loved them before that. And now it's just like, yep, 60 of them in a blob. You know what? I put a couple of spells down on them. So, you know, they're like -1 to hit from range. They're not getting picked apart. The banners give them an extra -1. People -1 to shoot at them. When you get in combat, I've got like 6 netters that basically make you -1 to hit me in combat. Just, for, is it 500 points, I think? For 60 goblins? And it's 4s and 2s. I think it's 4s. Yes, 4 because they're spears. They're 4s to hit. I think because there's so many of them, there's more than 30. There's +2 to wound. It's 2s to wound. We're not even counting the fact that if the moon ability goes off, 6s to hit are an instant wound. A Git boss can actually give them a 6 to wound, like special effect as well. It's giving like a 6 to hit or something, like an extra attack or like an instant wound as well. Or is it 6 to wound? I think it's a 6 to wound. Exactly, but it's so good. Skellies is. I think the only reason goblins are a bit more expensive is because we get. Yeah, it's like we can revive, but I think it's the fact that, you know, they're cheap because but we get so many weapons. Once you mix in a few fanatics as well, we can. For like under 100 points, a few fanatics in that unit as well. Anything it gets towards is done. Because fuck me, the fanatics do enough as it is. Oh, so good. How's the paint dry? It's looking cool. Without me dropping it. So good. And just, you know, we have, in terms of like horde armies, you've got to look at the fact that when you're playing a game, especially the way they're taking, like, it's, you know, like, it's an objective heavy game now. And I know they've been given a lot more of the elite armies, like rules where it's like, oh, you know, your unit of 5 counts as a unit of 10 when holding the objective, but you get 40 skeletons on objectives, they're not moving. I do love doing them. I do love doing this whole math hammer sometimes, just the math and just working at this, the scale of stuff you can do with like a unit. Nah. So you have reviving. For goblins, we have the shrine, which can just instantly bring back a whole unit that's died. For like the 200 points it costs. It's like a no-brainer every time I have those points left. If I'm going for like a heavy Gra army, every time it's like, I'll take that battalion, because like, yep, once per game I can just bring back a fucking, like, there's like 10 units, there's like that, just bring them all back. I do love the whole death army. I was gonna do a death army at some point. I'm pretty sure I thought about it after the whole in Total Warhammer 2. They brought out the Pirate Coast, the Zombie Pirate Coast, the Vampire Coast. I mean, it's just a Zombie Coast, but yeah, the Vampire Coast DLC. And I was playing it. And I was like, Nighthaunts are nice. They're nice looking models. Like Nighthaunts are yet again, they're not quite as horde as like the other death, but they are sort of like, the idea yet again with them is that you just prop. It all works around just you have your horde of just ghosts that, you know, the whole premise is like, you know, most of them don't get affected by rend, so you're sort of like not scared. You've got a not an alright save, but you're not scared to sort of just throw them into something that's like a fucking, like, I don't know, it's like, oh, look at this dwarf, he's got a -3 render's weapon. Most stuff you wouldn't even send anything to it, but the ghost like, yeah, fuck, you know, I ignore rend anyway. And I do know a lot of like the Nighthaunt stuff has a lot of stuff like where it's like a lot of their heroes give like +1 attack and stuff, and like, this unit rolls a 6 to hit. Boohoo for you, it's a mortal wound, and they also get to wound as well, so you could do 2 wounds. I haven't delved too much into Nighthaunt stuff because I'm like, you know, I like the way they're going with it, but just ghosts aren't for me. Ghosts aren't my, like, when I think of like undead, then they're not my go-to. Because again, that Mortal Road magazine, I was gonna pick up some, just get some of the Nighthaunt like heroes and stuff, just because it'd be cool to paint. But I was like, meh. I'm never gonna collect Nighthaunts religiously, but there's really sort of like no point. I I own one Nighthaunt model. If I can get him out of this box. I own one Nighthaunt dude, and it's this dude. I own like their big baddie, like their king on his throne. He's a fucking nice model. I brought him because he's a nice model. And I do think one day I do want to finish him. I want to give him proper justice and paint him up properly. Because like at the moment he's got like base coats on him. He's got more dust on than paint. It's the only model from that sort of range where I'm like, I really, really, really want to paint it. Different colour. But yeah, that's my that's my rant on the numbers game of Age of Sigmar over. You can go into so much about the numbers of it. It's insane. I'm just picking out a paint. Olive drab. That's like a brown inter. Looks like a real dark. I want something darker. Mahogany. It's mahogany Tudor. Have I gone from one extreme to another? Mahogany's like a chocolatey brown. Armor brown. Let's try that. I'll take them out anyway. Olive drab. See, I like the idea they're going with this more, the whole magazine stuff through mods. I'm just sort of slowly waiting. Because I got the Nurgle one for the Death Guard 40k. That's how I got most of my heroes. I'm just sort of waiting now for them to do the fantasy one where I get I get goblins and or something like that. So I'm sort of loving this model as well. I'm just sort of going mental with it. You don't get models. You don't get orc models like this anymore. They're all. So he's having the time of his life. He's wearing a boar, for goodness sake. I want my OG boar boys back in the game. I want them as their own little, like, you know, their own little faction again. I think I've got the fur. Just get these little bits here. Ooh, better not forget about this bit. You know, no boar left unused on this little piggy. It was a belt as well. base coated. But yeah, I can remember. Still talk about like death models. When that DLC for Total War 2 came out with the Pirates Coast ones, the zombies and skeletons, I was I was at the point where I started saving stuff in my baskets and stuff like that. Thought I was going to start and convert up like a zombie pirate army. And after learning, through like watching YouTube videos and stuff and live streams, that someone was talking about like in an old white dwarf magazine, they'd done that years ago. I was like, oh my god, I need this in my life. And I was so close to doing it, but just there was some bits I was finding really trouble to get. Like, because the way they converted them back in the day was, there was an old Empire kit. Was it Free Militia? Yeah, it was the Free Militia set. The Militia Company. And they're basically a kit where they're like, you know, they're basically pirates. And it was sort of just like, ooh. You basically, because they're obviously Games Workshop, you know, it's all legal and stuff out in like tournaments, like mixed in with some zombie bits and stuff, and there you go. You've got a cool pirate army, you know. But just you can't get that kit anymore. Like, I think it's out of production, just you can't get it. It's like, this sucks. So I was trying to think of others. I just couldn't find, like, I found more, like, obviously companies that make pirate miniatures. But just, I'm not sure. I've never used those companies, so I'm not sure on the scale. And a lot of them are metal as well. That's fine, mate. Stay for however long you can, you know? Completely understandable. Sorry. I thought it might have been something important on my phone. It wasn't anything important. Just Pokemon. Being like, hey, play me. Starting to get more base coated. So now it's just a fact of need more green. I've had the amount of absolute garbage that runs through my head of army ideas, absolutely insane. Like going off the sea theme again. Obviously, I couldn't do like zombie. I couldn't do zombie pirates because I just couldn't find anything like that. I then had the idea, you know, it'd be called it like some pirate themed goblins. And I was like, oh, that'd be amazing. You know, use the Gloomspite Git like war scrolls. My squig hoppers could be goblins riding crabs. I even got to the point where I brought a crab model. I don't know where he is. There he is. He is. His name's Jeremy, and he's my crab model. He's my little 3D printed crab I got printed off Etsy, off a guy on Etsy, and I was like, oh, I could use something like this. If I was like to get him like just a tad bigger, it'd be fine, no? That'd be so cool, you know. But again, it's just the commitment of trying to get like bits to go on. Like finding pirate accessories for miniatures is really difficult. There's a gap in the market for it. So if anyone knows where I can get pirate bits from, please hit me up. What's kind of basic? What are the colours am I going for here? Go for this colour, I think. Got to paint just little bits now. Gonna paint like the tiny tassel and stuff because it's like really bright blue. I think. There you go. I wanted to match the style of what he would have been painted when he first came out, which is some of the old orc models you see from like the first or like second edition of Jesus Christ, they were gaudy. You know, I saw one the same feeling. But I don't want it too gaudy. I don't want it to be an attack on the senses. Want the hint of cut, like from there, you know. By the time I paint the skull, there'd be some whites. It'd be like, bam, nice little bright blue in there. You know, we're orcs. We don't care about stealth. So now I've got to think about what am I going to paint the inside of his. So I don't armor brown. I might do olive drab. Just try lighter. I'm not entirely sold. That's why I'm going to paint it in track. I just see how it looks when it's dried. So I was sort of thinking maybe... Where is it? Okay. So if I don't like this colour, then I might go for like a pinky skin tone instead, like, you know. Like what animal hide would look like. It's sort of what I'm going for. Also, I need to turn this up. It's getting quite dark now. There you go. I can see what I'm doing now. So I just forgot what the time was. If anyone else want to jump in? So they've been working on? Sort of just going around the circle. I always find it fun listening to what other people are working on, get insight into other people's like projects. It's me just that, you know, sometimes, you know, I run out of projects to talk about. I just want to talk about myself the whole time. Another base coat, the green, I think. Third time's a charm. So I want it proper. I want a proper good green for this. Such a nice change of pace. It's so nice to pick, so nice to be able to pick up the paint style that isn't purple for a change. Like, I'm loving my Necrons, but I've been painting a lot, and it's all I've been painting for the last, like, just ever since, like, Indomitus came out. It's all I've been painting. I'll occasionally change. I've been painting, like, types, but it's all just been, like, it's all been armor panels and stuff, and I just can't. It's nice to have a nice little change of pace, I think. Paint some skin for a change. I felt like I haven't painted skin in months. I haven't painted skin since I painted that creature caster figure. Which, by the way, I still haven't finished. For any OGs on here, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have OGs. I don't think I've been streaming long enough to warrant having OGs. If anyone was around then, like if the creature cast mod, that's the only last time I painted anything sort of natural, and it wasn't sort of like just armor panels and stuff. Do you know? And also, once these mods are painted, they can be really fun to use in the little solo rules. Which when I saw it, when I started complaining, I was like, you know what, it might be really cool to stream it as well. Because it only uses like it only uses a Warcry table size. And I have a 3x3 table. I was like, I could stream it. So that'd be quite a fun thing to try. Streaming an actual live game of something instead of just painting all the time. Because I've been sort of thinking about doing it for a while now. I'm like, Like it would be nice to be able to like, stream again. Like I wouldn't stream like a full game like 40k outside. Jesus Christ, that'd be like all day. The poor computer and just I don't think anyone would watch. I'm not sure if that's a thing that stream. I'm not sure if like full games are like something people want to watch on stream. And also it's then, you know, getting by mates and the whole idea, you know, we can stream it so you gotta be on camera and talk to people. And it takes us long enough to play a game anyway. So having the idea that I have to take almost semi-regular breaks to talk to people in chat, I don't think it will go well. Because we talk a lot of shit when we're playing games, we do a lot of rubbish towards each other. But hey ho. But I thought, like, you know, AOS like server rules, nice and quick as well. Okay, where is it? Where are you? I need my... Where are you? I have like a khaki... I have like a khaki colour that I need. I need me khakis. Aha! I'm running out of my like khaki sort of bone colours. I need to invest in another tub. Ugh. White as well. I need to buy some more paint soon, but I'm trying to use up like all the paints I have. Do 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 do. Right. You're getting paints on my boat. I haven't done this in absolute ages. It's just been... This is why I'll always be an advocate for, you know. You've got to change things up. It's a good little refresh. What time are we at? Just over 2 hours. It's fine. I'll go for a little bit longer. So I do need to go cook food at some point. I can't go down and see it. don't know if these are all meant to be skulls put together, but you know what? They are skulls. They're going to be all skulls just stuck together. My phone keeps scaring me, jeez. I hate looking at it on stream because it's like sort of this. It's Christmas time. Like it could be work or something. I can't really miss like an important message from work. It could be like, come help, the place is burning down, or you know. Also, I do also hope the audio is actually alright. I haven't had a chance yet. I completely flew past me yesterday, but I needed to like check audio yesterday. Because if anyone was in my yesterday stream, they would have heard, you know. I broke my last mic, so I upgraded. I used it as a chance to upgrade. I got a fancy mic now. It wasn't even fancy, it's just, you know. It's still a USB mic, but I just got the upgraded version of the one I already had. So I'm sort of I'm guessing, for what people said yesterday, you know, audio's A-okay. But I'll find out when I probably cut this video down. Watch back this because don't think there's any more bone parts on him. No. Shoulders. Right, so got base coat. I got base coat sword. first base coats and first layers are done. And now my shoulders are starting to play up because I've been painting for too long. God. So I think I will probably call it here. I've been going for a couple of hours, but I'm pretty happy with the progress. So we've got a warband sword, we've got model sword, they've been prepped, they're ready to be sprayed and stuff like that. So we got this guy, we have our first blacker paint and the first liquor paint on. Got the shaman. Got the big boss. Not very good to see because he's metal, he's very shiny. Got a war boss. We do have a spare banner bearer if we need it. We have, I'm going to call him the team he's going to be the mascot of the warband. I also have a savage war boss just for an extra big boy. And yeah, I have another shaman. Which, if I don't want another shaman, I could just swap him out with like another war boss or another savage war boss. Oh my god. It's a good stream, got a lot done. It's nice to paint something that isn't purple for a change. Yeah, it's just it's a nice break from things. Just God, I need a break from my Necrons. They've been fun to paint, but grinds on you after you've painted almost like 1,500 points. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god, 8 attacks each, 8 attack skeletons. Also, welcome back, Centaur. You managed to come back just in time for me now finishing up. Because... Exactly. You don't need to paint a skeleton, it is literally just a tornado. You can just literally paint up one model as just a tornado and like, yeah, it's 30 skeletons. Just, oh my god. When you start crunching the numbers down for like some of these units, it gets insane. Like, oh my god. Like, all the armies that have like groups like Skaven do it as well. Skaven have them like Jesus, Skaven have. I've got a mate who plays Skaven, so like when he plays like his blob of like Clan Ratch, like Jesus, there's like so many of them, and they just get so many buffs. It's like, oh yeah. Because my orcs get it as well, my Iron Jaws get it as well. I normally run a unit of 30 orc like Iron Jaws boys. And by the time you... It's my phone's going off, Phil. Right, so I'm gonna end the stream because my phone's now going off. That's from work. I jinxed it. So I will stream again at some point soon. Not entirely sure when because it's coming up to Christmas. So it might not be till after Christmas, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks again for chatting, staying. Yeah, it literally started. My phone just started vibrating in the corner. I just like, it's fine. It's just a message. No, it's like phone call. So I better go answer that. But anyway, thanks for staying as always. Top Corner, Instagram, Twitter. You can go on Instagram, like my stuff. I'm on there constantly. I post like every other day, so I can't wait to hear something. You'll have to let me know like what you go through, like what your list sort of thing will be. I'll be intrigued to know. Blender boys. Blender boys, here we go. Right, cool. I better go phone back now, see what they actually want, but see you lot later.